Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker Enhanced Edition with me, Bring It Down. You guys thought this was over, but no one liked the ending that I got last time, myself included. Because I spent the whole game romancing Canara and I wasn't able to romance her because her last quest is locked behind
punished me for failing to deal with you. And look,
this decision.
The favorites, the Nerissa Witch and the Wriggling Man have also failed.
Alright, the Horn Hunt. I'm not going to read all the great text that I read last time. Kill the Horn Hunter. There is no point in letting the enemy servant live. Die. Yeah, choppy choppy.
Did I not tell you that the shadow behind your back is always her? And the sound of footsteps in the dark, always her. Turn around.
Also, this episode is going to be much longer than normal. I'm going to push through the entire final segment of the game in one episode, so honestly, it might be like an hour and a half long. It's gonna be a long episode.
My hound, you have run so long to finally meet your mistress.
Call me whatever you want, Nerissa, but your most loyal servants are defeated. Your power is gone. Surrender.
You are still in my kingdom, silly child. And the kingdom is alive while its ruler draws breath. That's true for both of us, isn't it? I won't step back. Not now, when you've come to me yourself to fill my cup.
Ends here.
Okay, so let's do regular icy prison.
A clever ploy.
Yeah, I had a feeling she was gonna die outright. It's fine.
My masterpiece.
Easy peasy. Alright, everything around shudders with the scream of 1,000 voices, soundless but trembling. You watch a tiny dot of light, a grain, appear above the apology and slowly fall down.
My kingdom, my own kingdom, turn to dust. Become the 1,000th grain for the apology.
You have a chance to talk before I decide your fate.
What would you have me do? Ask for forgiveness? Beg for mercy? Oh no, I won't beg. I know better than anyone what it means to lose and lose everything. I didn't ask the eldest for mercy as they laughed at my foolish boldness. I won't ask you either. You are my reflection. Just a little luckier. If ever you stand before immense power sweeping away everything you care for, don't bow down. Just as I didn't.
Alright, give Briar to Nerissa. I want to return what's been taken from you.
I looked for it for such a long time. So long that I forgot why I needed it. But you, why do you want to return what I lost to me?
Because I want justice. Briar is a part of your soul, and it has to be returned to you.
What does justice mean in matters of the soul? In the gains of great powers, in the beating of a living heart? It's just a word, and nothing more. If that's all that moves you, then forget it. I don't need this gift.
Alright, so if you want to get the other ending that wasn't the one that I got in the last episode, don't pick Let Nerissa Go. Either go for 2, which I did in my first LP, or finish Nerissa, which is what I'm going to do in this one. Your power over the stolen lands is ended, once and for all.
Let the song end. Let the flame go out. Let flowers die and grasses dry. All that I lived for will end with my life.
Nerissa throws back her head and laughs. The dead horned hunter raises his head, easily shakes off the chains, and takes a step to you. The ghastly wound on his chest doesn't seem to bother him at all.
You've truly, truly upset me, King of the Sand Castle. So much that I find no joy in playing the masquerade anymore. Are you ready to look under the mask?
We already know who he is. Attack. Whoever you are, you're going down.
Really? Do you not understand how one should behave with those of my rank? Or do you still have no idea who is in front of you?
A terrible power pins you down.
I am a voice from another world that you've heard since you first set foot on the Stolen Lands. A harbinger of doom and change.
So I said Remus was the old man we met in the beginning. There was another old man that we... I don't know if he was the old man from the very beginning, or if he was the guy from the Kingdom event, where Jod brought in the crazy guy. Maybe it was both of them. I don't know. Whichever. Oops, sorry.
I am dust and echo, a memory of the past. I am the one who revealed to you the truth about the fallen goddess, who gave you the light capable of dispersing the mist.
I am the one who began this story, and I am the one who will end it. I am the eldest of the First World. I am the Lantern King.
Run! Of course, that's probably not going to help, but...
To drink without quenching thirst. To climb a mountain that has no peak. I staged the performance and you left it without a finale. You took away Nerissa, my precious toy, carefully crafted of despair and wrath. I could reduce you to dust, revive you, and turn you to dust once more, here and now. But the universe abhors elegance. So instead I shall repay you with your own coin.
Alright, so we got some loot. Oh, that's right. We need to revive her.
Oh, sorry. Was lost in thought.
Alright, so we should have those things identified. Where are they at? Or not? Whatever. Alright. Like, there's even stuff to loot in here. This is why that ending that I got last time is just so awful. Like, there's still more to the game. There's more content.
In due time.
Such an awful ending. Headband of Men's Perfection +6. I think Octavia needs that. Yeah. Thank you, Octavia. Is there anything down here? No, it just opens up that door. Okay. Let's do some healing real quick before we go through. So we basically have like a whole other dungeon to go through. Octavia, get over
Outdoor
here.
adventures are good for skin and body shape, but they just ruin the hair.
Alright. So time for a real ending, not the one we got last time. It cut off so much content, I don't...
The ages-old drama had drawn to its finale. The story of Nerissa's torment was complete, and now it was time to face the most difficult trial yet.
Like, I almost feel like the secret ending would be fighting the Lantern King, but 2 out of 3 choices leads you to fight the Lantern King, and only 1 cuts the game short.
Defeating Nerissa, we brought upon ourselves the anger of a creature much more ancient, powerful, and frightful. We took the Lantern King's favorite toy, and now the full power of his curse came crashing down on us.
So I'm pretty sure these are all creatures that we fought previously, because that was the trolls. The Stag Lord is right there. The sound of a ghostly laughter surrounds you. It comes from everywhere and nowhere, and it's hard to say whether it is more joyous or ominous.
How wrong I was. What better than an unexpected finale for such a performance? I had to change the setting and the main character, but so what?
The Lantern King speaks as if you're exchanging civilities over wine. This time he wears another mask, for once almost amiable. What's happening to my capital?
Well, don't you see? The city and all your lands have been transferred to the First World. Shadows of the inhabitants of all its ruined kingdoms have escaped the cup and are taking revenge on the living for all their sad fates. Old enemies arise from the ashes, and forgotten sorrows are reborn. A sad story, but always amusing.
You hear laughter in the eldest's voice. And what is my part to be in your performance?
The lead role? The king must save his lands, but losing his crown means losing his future.
I won't surrender so easily. If I have to protect my kingdom, I'll do it.
I wouldn't expect anything else.
You feel as if pierced by an electric shock, and you shudder, convulsions shaking not your body, but your soul. Alright, I've already read that.
What happened? Are you alright?
I feel so weak.
Seeds sown long time have sprung. Do you remember an insane old man on the road from Oleg's trading post? Our first encounter? I told you back then, once stolen, the land should be reclaimed. Once reclaimed, bound with the claimer shall it be. Bound, merged, joined by unbreakable ties. Claiming the land, claiming its pain, claiming its death. A curse for the future king. That is what these words were. You are connected to your kingdom, and you will be ruined along with it. Just as Nerissa's named sister suffered from her curse, so will your followers suffer with you. The First World is washing over this land like a wave, and it will devour your souls with it. Fight if you wish, King. I'll take my place among the spectators.
Alright, let's save our kingdom. An owlbear, my old foe. Probably save these for now.
Primitives! Amateurs!
My gift to you! I'm there.
Where is it at?
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Stay twisted. We'll do it the hard way.
This will hurt.
Just as exposed.
Again, look at all the stuff that you're missing if you pick one of those other endings. It's so disappointing. And it's Shadow of Nugra, which is the Stag Lord's father. An old druid stands there, swaying a little and mumbling to himself. He looks up at you, and you don't see any gleam of intelligence in his eyes. You. Why did you disobey me? You didn't die. Have you forgotten the rules? Wait, I thought I killed you already. Nugra, sparks of sense appear in the old man's dim eyes. Yes, you did, but not me. I'm just a shadow of the one you slew. All of us here are restless shadows, longing to regain what life has stripped away from us. We were the dust in the apology, and now we are here, free, among those we owe for our deaths. It is a time of shadows. The living must stand aside and give place to us. I won't let you keep tormenting my city. The old man laughs madly. You speak when I say, you do as I say. Disobedience leads to punishment.
Can someone help me?
Alright. Taven took a little bit of damage. It's okay. And top everybody off real quick.
Will they ever learn? A fine use of my talent.
Let's finish them quick.
Locket of Magic Missile Mastery. When the wearer of this locket casts Magic Missile or Force Missile spell, becomes quickened and empowered. Did I miss anything over here? No, because you can't run down there. Okay. Hey, the storyteller. Hurry up. Get out of the city. It's safe outside. What was me? I didn't get a chance to pack. Hurry, girls. Let's hide and wait for the king. He'll drive away this pestilence. Your Highness, everyone who could be saved has left the city. We should follow them. Okay. Let's get out of here. Oh, I missed something. Unbending Valor. +4 Unbending Valor, Cold Iron. This +4 Cold Iron Battle Axe grants the wielder immunity to fear and emotion effects. Pretty good axe. So we would have missed all these unique items if we hadn't done this ending. So disappointed with the other one. So I feel like, because giving the crown to Sheikah with my other ending, and her killing Nerissa, I feel like that would have made the Lantern King angry. Oh well. The blind old man bows to you gracefully, as if he hadn't just stepped out of battle a moment ago. I'm glad you're all right, Your Highness. Alas, we are short of time. You must act quickly to save your kingdom, and yourself from the world's merger. That's what we've named the catastrophe that's befallen us. There are two obstacles that may stand in your way. First, your advisors and subjects are now in various regions across the kingdom, and almost all are under attack by shadows. The power of any land lies in the brave souls that inhabit it. Save them, and you will save yourself. Second, while the world's merger is tormenting the kingdom, you will not be able to rest and restore your spells in the normal way. This seems a special gift from the Lantern King, to let you fight for your life, but make it so that fighting leads inevitably to exhaustion and death. But I can guard you from this for a short time. Come to me if you need rest, but be careful. This takes time, and time is not on your side. I sense you have about 20 days. That is as long as your kingdom can withstand the onslaught of the First World. Believe me, this is a generous amount of time, considering the affliction we face. And I think that's dependent on the quality of your kingdom. This will change. Is there a way to free me and my followers from the Lantern King's curse? The nature of curses is mysterious, Your Highness. I know many stories about them, with happy and unhappy endings, and I can propose the following. To overcome a curse, you must harness it. The Lantern King would have you perish with your kingdom. He has made it real that imaginary bond between the land and its ruler, which poets and bards like to talk about so much. This means that by protecting the kingdom from the world's merger, you will also protect yourself. I think this is the first thing that must be done. How do you know so much? Who are you, storyteller? The storyteller pauses. I do not know. The crucial knowledge just appeared in my mind, as though someone whispered it into my ear. Yesterday, I had no idea I was capable of wielding such powerful magics, or holding such vast knowledge. And look at me now. One might assume this was due to the experience I acquired while living through my stories, but I doubt that idea. I even doubt now whether I am an elf or somebody, perhaps something else. However, this mystery is not important just now. We will deal with it after we save your kingdom. What happened to my advisors and subjects? Everyone has found it difficult, especially in the hours after the world's merger began. Those who could keep their sanity and escape are now either hiding or surviving and helping others. Many shadows that escaped the apology went to Oleg's trading post, creating chaos and destruction along their way. Jod Kafkin and Keston Gares rallied the remains of the guard and struck out to protect our citizens. Bartholomew Delgado was able to escape the capital, but then he was beset by shadows of trolls from Trollbold. They, like all the others, appeared from the Broken Cup, and come to take revenge for ancient grievances. If Bartholomew is still alive, you should look for him somewhere in the old troll's lair. Sana went to Lamassu's shrine to honor her cruel goddess, and seek protection for herself and her pack. Mygar Varn must be preparing a final stand at Varnhold. The city is in dire plight. An army led by Vordakai's own shadow is besieging it. Your neighbors from before received word of the woes besetting your kingdom, and went to the border. The world's merger found them as they passed the Flint Rock grassland. They were waylaid by an army of shadows. I can only guess what is happening there now. Some of the citizens we saved were captured the moment Iravetti's shadow emerged from the cup. They say he arrived as if to one of his glamorous receptions, gave a flowery speech, and departed for Patax to restore what he had lost. Your governor is probably having a hard time right now. I also heard that a beautiful Nereid was captured by a shadow. It appeared that Avendra is in the hands of her tormentor once more. What's happening to my kingdom? The First World is rapidly penetrating the very essence of this world, changing everything at its whim, and this process will soon become irreversible. As I mentioned, after the world's merger, everything went mad here, even time and the laws of nature. The greatest danger to you is that the borders of the world of dreams have been destroyed. The visions of the past have become real, and you cannot sleep anymore. This is part of the curse, and one of the most dangerous consequences of your connection to your kingdom. What can you tell me about the Lantern King? He is the eldest of laughter, mischief, and transformation, the most unpredictable creature of the unpredictable First World. You will never guess what stands behind his actions. An evil prank might lead to a great good, and a virtuous gift to a terrible tragedy. As far as I can judge by the stories I've heard, the Lantern King is not an evil creature, but each deity has its role in the structure of the world. Laughter, mischief, and transformation is a strange and powerful mixture, and one can only guess how it will affect this fate or that. What forces do I have now? Of course, you can always count on my help, and the help of your companions and fellow travelers. I have to go, time ticks away. Headband of Inspired Wisdom +2. I'm not worried about what they have to say. Where is Canara and Kalika? Alright, so we go through these portals, and it'll take us to the different locations.
I do what I must.
That we have to go. We basically have to revisit all of our old, oh, that's right, here we go. A familiar Fae gives you a broad and innocent smile. Have I told you how much I admire you? Well, I do. You're followed by catastrophe and trouble everywhere you go. Where there's catastrophe and trouble, there's profits. Haha. By the way, how about buying the complete collection of useless writings? I brought it especially for you. A silly winks. Aren't you afraid of enraging the Lantern King by helping me? First of all, I'm not helping you. I'm, so to speak, robbing you blind, and not for the first time. Second, it's a question of professional pride. The Lantern King, I'll have you know, is a patron of the Witch Market, which is a traveling company that sells anything and everything. In a word, they're my competitors. If you can get the better of their master, I'd be endlessly, immeasurably happy. I mean, probably just sell everything at this point. This is the end of the game, so it doesn't matter. Now she has a thing for sale. The complete collection of useless writings. The book's pages are absolutely empty, except for the first, which boasts a sloppy inscription. Feel free to write anything. The title allows for complete creative freedom. That should give me an achievement. As well, there's an achievement for impressing her or something. I don't remember what exactly is. The description is. I see chaos and desolation, but there is no truth in this. There's no humility, only useless clamor. Also, Knock's dead. I don't think he's actually dead. If you can select him when you leave.
I'm there.
Where are we at? Camp at the capital gates. Alright, so we use this to travel. Traveling through a kingdom that's been half swallowed by the First World is a dangerous, unpredictable affair. But our hero didn't have much choice. He had to save his lands, or at least what was left of them, as quickly as possible. In the final hour, when every minute counted, Donvictus decided the only chance was to try something risky and unreliable: magic portals leading through the First World. Sadly, the vicious Lantern King's curse placed a heavy burden on our leader's shoulders. And yet, even barely standing, Donvictus wouldn't abandon his duty. Summoning all his courage, Donvictus took a daring step to the shining portal leading to Oleg's trading post. Entering a portal and landing right in the middle of a clearing where an entire family of Dwemercat cubs are playing is no trial for the faint of heart. Our hero was lucky, though. The little ones had been having their fun without any parental supervision, and when a strange, two-legged creature appeared unexpectedly, they scattered. Without waiting for the caretakers of these scared Dwemercat cubs to appear on the playground, Donvictus hurried to the next portal and soon arrived in the right place. So yeah, Knock, yeah, he's okay. And I forgot about this part of this final stretch. So it might be like a 2-hour-long episode. So buckle up. We're in for a good time.
In due time.
The exhausted defenders of the trading post shout with relief, recognizing you. Your Highness, Keston looks mortally tired, but his usually gloomy face is bright with joy. I knew you would return, and right on time, too. Right, John remarks grumpily, but his eyes are shining with joy. I'm so exhausted from trying to talk sense into these simpletons while you were gone. Some of them just scatter, others try to act like heroes. There's no order at all. What's going on here? Everything is worse than it might seem, Your Highness. A gloomy Oleg joins the conversation. Bandits are preparing to raid us, just like the good old times. To hell with them. If only they were ordinary bandits, but no. It's evil spirits coming from the mist, and then fading away like mist when you kill them. There hasn't been a single day without an attack. Well, I'm here to help. Whoever's attacking you, they're as good as dead. We won't have to wait. There they are. Alright, Your Highness. Together we'll burn the tails off these vermin.
If it isn't my greatest mistake. I was sitting in my fortress and drinking, when I should have come here and burned the damn trading post to the ground, along with everyone inside, on the very day you appeared in the Stolen Lands.
A tall figure in a horned helmet, towering behind the bandits' backs, walks slowly toward you.
You killed her, right? My dream?
You hear sincere grief in the Shadow's voice. You do realize you've been dead for a long time.
Dead? So what? I have my memories, I have my gang. I have 2 hands to draw a bow. Nothing is stopping me from conquering these lands as I've done before.
Your dream. You were talking about Nerissa, right?
Nerissa. I didn't even know her name. She'd come to me in dreams, and I only knew her as my dream.
Nerissa manipulated you. Accept it, and rest in peace, Shadow.
She did. So what? You can't imagine what I was before she came to me. She gave me purpose. She awakened me. I cast aside the pathetic scumbag I used to call my father. I gathered my people, I cut the throats of a dozen other chiefs, and brought these lands to heel. I wanted to call her my queen. My dream that never came true. I'm glad I've returned to life, so now I can get revenge on her murderer. Prepare to die a long and painful death, scum.
You should have run!
So I don't actually know where he runs off to. Oh, there he is.
I grant you death.
Consider me provoked.
Taste my fury.
A clever ploy.
Uh-oh. Why can't she cast any of her stuff? What's going on here? A Lantern King's Curse. That's right. So each time you save somebody, one of these parts of the curse get removed. So in our current state, you have a 40% chance to roll 1 on all your d20 attempts. All enemies have a 40% chance to roll 20 on all their d20 attempts. You deal 60% less damage, and your base attack bonus, saving throws, and HP are lowered by 60%. We'll be okay.
My masterpiece!
No strike wasted.
Follow if you dare.
Oleg catches his breath. I guess we fought them off. Your Highness, the fight seems to have done you good. Forgive my frankness. When you got here, you were looking like the grave. But now you seem alright. You do feel a surge of energy. The curse hurts you and your followers more, the more trouble haunts your kingdom. You've lessened its power by restoring peace at the trading post and environs. Oleg, how are you holding up? Staying brave? We must, Your Highness. Looks like there aren't any more of those bottom-feeding bandits in the area. If one wanders in here, I'll handle it myself. When you squish rats and roaches, you need to destroy their nests, not run after separate beasts. Well, it's time for soldiers to return to the capital. Their place is on the front lines. Will do, Your Highness. I'll get your guard there safe and sound. We'll stand ready for your orders. So if we look at the curse now... Yeah, now it's a 30% chance for everything, so it just reduces the percentage. I thought it removed one whole criteria. But this is better. Yeah, I'll collect all of it. Okay. We've already read the first part. After defeating several enemies, our leader felt a surge of energy. The curse was growing weaker. If we could manage to help a few more allies out of trouble, maybe it would be possible to eliminate the curse entirely. Summoning all his courage, Donvictus took a daring step into the greenish... let's go to Trobold, to the purplish portal leading to the depths of Trobold. Have you ever seen flying octopuses? Or hopping turtles? It seems our hero was fortunate to travel through the first world during the local denizens' migration season. He was accompanied by these amazing creatures along his entire journey. The trip was otherwise uneventful, and soon the portal led to our king exactly where it was supposed to go. Sadly, I couldn't talk to the storyteller about putting together the...
You can count on me.
Oh, that's right, because it actually lowers your level. That's why she can't cast a lot of these spells. That's fine. I'll just have her use Acid Splash here for the trolls.
This is going to hurt. Enjoy your final moments.
Oh, primitive. Like it.
Wound! My gift to you!
Let's go ahead and do some fire resist here. No, we can't yet. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, is that doing the right one? Yeah. That's fine.
I do what I must.
Burn.
Cutting not help. Keep screaming. Crack head open, maybe. Head boink. Yes, head boink. No, not work. Wit spell out. No can pick up. We examine. Let go of me, you imbeciles. Smart. No scary words. We soon know why you so smart. Then we be smart. Wits must be in tongue. Rip out his tongue, then we eat it and get smarts. Help! Someone! Anyone! Help!
This will be quick.
This is for you!
Bartholomew squeamishly brushes himself off, then performs a hasty bow. Your Highness, right on time as always. Thank you for once again coming to my rescue. What are you doing here? Your Highness, as your loyal subject, I took every possible measure to protect your kingdom's most valuable asset, myself. My knowledge is far too important to just let it vanish upon my death, so I made the executive decision to leave the walls of the capital and come here to hide from all the violence in the city. You came here to hide from the violence. Bartholomew swallows a few times, then sighs. Forgive me, Your Highness. I lied. When all this started, I took it for a chance to gain new materials for my research. Taking advantage of the confusion, I returned to where I captured my first troll, and was captured by these beasts as a result. They seriously thought about cutting my face off to examine my head from the inside. Can you imagine? Cruel, brainless savages. Alright, I don't care what you're doing here. Get back to the capital. They need your help. Well, thank you again for your timely appearance and saving my life. I'll return to the capital immediately. Even a city swarming with monsters must be safer than these dungeons.
I'm off.
Is there anything in here worth grabbing? Oh boy. A huge troll slowly lifts his head as you approach, as though shaking off a heavy dream. Who is here? Who comes? Trollbold fell. You don't belong here anymore. This is our home, Borba. Home of kobold and troll. You're what does not belong. You and your tribe. Alright, so we're getting help from Zamas, which was the spider that we saved from the goblins ages ago.
I'll fight if I have to.
Alright. He might actually be in a little bit of trouble. He does not need to be tanking. Harem needs to tank. And actually, her doing a wall would be really good here.
I still got it.
Alright, let's see what we can do here with, I don't have any spells. Gosh darn it. Hey there, buddy.
Clever ploy.
Well, Octavia, you need to take care of this guy that's down real quick, if you don't mind. Alright. Kind of a little close. And Zamas. Home. Breakthrough. Passage. I don't know if there's anything here worth stealing. Or worth looting. There we go. Martyr's Blade. So it's a bastard sword, enhanced with +5, axiomatic, holy, vicious. This weapon is a +5, axiomatic, holy, vicious bastard sword. So that'd be good on Valerie. So you just specialize in bastard swords. Plus bastard swords, I think, are just good. I think a sword saint or an Eldritch Scion with a bastard sword would be fun. It doesn't have the crit multiplier you're looking for,
If you dare.
but I think that it'd be fun to use. And sadly, there's no rune blade bastard swords either.
Rotus awaits us.
Alright, he's going to use this real quick. Where's our... There we go. Get everybody a little stronger. And actually...
skills are getting rusty.
Oh, I can't use it yet. Gosh darn it. He can't use any of his spells. This is annoying. Alright, we already read all of that. So now we want to go to, I guess, Lamastu's Shrine. To the greenish portal leading to Lamastu's Shrine. Night in the First World is an amazing phenomenon, sometimes passing by extremely fast. Before our hero got to the right portal, the sky overhead had lit and dimmed 3 times. This didn't keep our adventurer from reaching his goal, though, and he made it out of the First World uneventfully. Almost said it, eventually. Oh boy. Let's quick save. So we're running a little low on buffs. That's a chest. Let me open that chest. Sana's hair is disheveled. Her clothes are covered in dirt and blood. She glares at you fiercely, her eyes filled with bloodthirsty cruelty. The time for empty words and prayers is past, Donvictus. What Mastery requires sacrifice now or never. Are you ready, mortal? Ready to pay the price for the blessing of the Mother of Beasts? Snap out of it, Sana. The priestess casually wipes drops of blood from her chin, smearing red and pink trails across her skin. When I saw the first signs, I left the capital and came here. The voices led me, the voices of those destined to give their lives at the altar. Oh, Lamastru feasted well this day. The ground will long be wet with the blood my knife has spilled. I need your help in the capital. Let's go. Lamastru has had her fill of blood. She has no more need of me here. Sana strokes the snouts of her two-headed rat, who dives back into the folds of her clothes before shaking the dust from her lap. So I'm not sure what Lamastru's thing would have done there. Her blessing. I'll try that in a different playthrough, but not this one. Alright, then we want to go to Varnhold. Immediately beyond the portal, Donvictus encountered a fat toad who politely offered her aid. The unexpected guide directed our hero to the next portal. At least that's what she pretended she was doing. In reality, the toad lured the king into an impassable tangle of extremely tall nettles, then vanished into thin air, laughing all the while. Once Donvictus finally found the right path and made it to the portal, muttering curses and scratching at nettle stings, almost half the day had gone by. That's right, there are, I think this takes away from the time as well. Yeah, it took 6 hours there, I think. Which isn't equal to half of a day. Alright, welcome to Varnhold. We have to deal with, what's-his-face here.
Everywhere I go, a pole hangs over everything.
Let's get him, oh, no more spells. Gosh darn it, it's frustrating.
To the dust it will go.
Just strike my masterpiece!
Also, I don't think we're getting experience for killing these guys.
Primitives!
What's our curse at now? Down to 30%. And we're just gonna keep pushing through. I might be missing some unique weapons by not being super thorough.
Don't hold back!
But I have all the weapons that I need for my companions.
That's more like it!
Alright. Oh, what's this? Zavorn's Cross. Okay. Born to a fallen paladin who abandoned him, and succubus who loved him. Oh, I thought you could find this earlier in the game. Anyway, Zavorn was destined for inner turmoil. His hair was long and golden, like that of angels, but his soul was wicked and warped with demonic stains. Above all, however, he was simply lost, longing to prove himself because, at his core, he was alone. He prayed to a demon lord, asking for the divine power to smite down those that did not acknowledge his abilities, and then bring them back through sheer force of will. His necromantic prowess came about after decades of study, dedication, and practice. However, even this power was not enough for him. He studied forbidden rituals, and after the death of his father at Zavorn's own hands, he began the trials on the path to lichdom. His quest was abruptly ended by his companions, before he was able to reach the peak of his powers. Now he is but a whisper, a forgotten cleric. All that is left of him is a cross, fashioned from his own bones and skin. It's an unholy relic fashioned entirely of bone and tied together with rope and skin. While in possession of this item, the difficulty check to saving throws against user's channel negative energy increases by 2. And they may channel energy once additional time per day. Additionally, the user, this amiibo may create undead once per day for 13 rounds. Okay.
In due time.
Crap, where do I cross that? Oh, here we go.
Taste my
Now, the beginning of the hunt.
Heck yeah.
I'm off.
Sure, I'll grab all of that. Nope, this is not where I need to be.
I'm there.
Oh, I didn't see Magar down here. Whoopsies. Yeah, I need to go talk to him. Oh, Duval's here. Cool. That's a nice touch. I was disappointed that I missed battling the Cyclops Lich who decimated Varnhold. But look, I still have a chance to join the fray. Varn greets you with a broad smile. Donvictus, glad to see you with us, Your Highness. Forgive me for leaving the capital without your permission, but I couldn't stay away when your subjects needed help. What's going on in Varnhold? Madness is what. These dead Cyclopes came out of nowhere and attacked indiscriminately. Then Vorticai himself appeared. The guards sent a message to the capital, and they held the line this whole time. Luckily, they were able to hold on until we could make it. Magar's eyes blazed with anger. He can charge me with disobedience, Your Highness, but I couldn't ignore their cry for help. Thanks to me and those who followed, there are far fewer dead, but we still need to destroy their leader. Where are the city guards? Magar solemnly points to the warriors around him. These are all that's left. Our last hope lies with you. Let's send these undead back to where they belong, to a deep grave. I need you in the capital. Magar shakes his head. Not until we freed Varnhold of this false Vorticai and his Cyclopes. Lead on, Magar. Let's protect Varnhold. Magar stands up straight, and his mouth curls into a sneer. Just like the old days. Sorry, I'm also reading a little fast, because I know this is going to be a long episode.
Cannot hide from me.
Yep, Octavia's already down. We're not doing enough to these guys.
Nowhere to run.
Will they ever learn?
Oh boy.
Aim true.
That was rough. Magar stows his weapon and catches his breath. That was a fine battle. Just like back with my old squad. When we... No. This time, no time... This is no time for war stories. We need to save your kingdom. Let's get back to the capital. We'll give those invaders a hammering so good they'll roll to the pit of Gormas. You feel like you can finally... You feel like you can breathe fully again. Like a heavy burden has been lifted from your shoulders. Regaining control of Varnhold weakened the curse cast upon you. Alright, and do I have anyone who can cast Resurrect? He can, okay. Just real quick.
So, any brilliant ideas?
There we go. Duval, you hang out here, buddy. Blood seems even more dead than before, although that scarcely seems possible. Alright, back to the capital. I think that's everything, right? Oh, the Rosslyn. Oh, that's right. Alright, let's to the reddish portal leading to the Rosslyn borderlands. Being in the First World, Donvictus easily found the path to the portal that would take him to his destination. Of course, it would have been difficult to do so alone, but our leader was fortunate enough to find a gaggle of playful pixies to help him. Noticing a foreigner, they decided to display their capacity for nobility and honesty, a rare occurrence for the Fae. Yeah, so it's this one, then it should just be Iravetti, and then we should be done with this segment. Then we still have to fight through a capital. We're not done yet. Not done by a long shot.
I do what I must.
A fatal mistake.
This is going to hurt.
Your life ebbs low.
A fine use of my talents.
Sorry, where is Harem at? Oh, he's up there. Okay. I didn't see it. Oh, that's right. He doesn't. His thing is, purple aspect is disabled.
Follow if you dare.
You've lost a chance to resolve this peacefully.
Eh, whatever, that'll be fine. Standing there for right now.
Yes, I'm still here. Oh, sorry. Was Grotus awaits us.
Alright.
Burn. Let's make this quick.
Oh, he died at 2 damage? Probably because there's so many of them, they probably have very little health. Frozen Crescent. It's a throwing axe. This +3 frost throwing axe has a critical range of 18 to 20. Okay.
A clever ploy.
Testing my abilities.
Your strength with him.
Oh, it's Armag. That's right, because we let him live. We don't have to fight him.
Oh, who is there? Show yourself, friend or foe. If foe, let's fight. If friend, let's talk.
Armag is wandering through the mist, scanning the area in search of a threat.
Brother, praise Gorum It was you who held the guiding light that led Armag from the mist.
What are you doing here?
Armag found out about the disaster in your kingdom and set off to the rescue immediately. The party was lost in the sorceress mist. Neither prayers nor curses helped. Evil spirits attacked from the darkness. But Armag saw the light and went toward it. The light of the lantern you are carrying.
I'm preparing for the war and gathering my allies in the capital. Can you get yourself there?
Armag will not let the magic lantern out of sight. Armag will follow the light, and we will be in the capital soon.
Alright, we will meet in the capital.
Let's fight and win!
It's pretty exciting, because there's a lot of allies I didn't have the first time I played through. Because again, I killed Armag my first playthrough. Now we just gotta find Jamandi.
I regret you to meet my end.
Left yourself exposed.
Where's she at? There she is. Alright, here come more.
I'm not afraid.
What a waste.
Not a lot I can do here besides just let it play out, so.
No strike wasted.
Okay. Hi, it's Chandra Mervev and Natalia Sertova.
Thank you for your help. I cannot lie, we desperately needed it. I fought people and monsters alike, but none of us were ready for an endless horde of phantoms.
His Highness always comes exactly when needed. Not a minute early, not a minute late. One could say punctuality is in his blood.
How did you get here?
I heard reports that something strange and frightening is happening in your lands. I gathered my best troops and came to your aid. Alas, we became lost in that sorceress mist, and then those shadows came out of it. Praise the gods, we stumbled upon Sertova's army, which was also coming to your aid.
Yes, it was an unexpected but pleasant encounter. A joy, in fact, to see familiar faces here, in the midst of witchery and evil spirits.
Also, this guy's texture doesn't look like it's fully loaded in.
Even combining our forces, we had little chance of holding the line for long. Luckily, a guiding light soon glimmered through the mist, and then you appeared.
And what's going on?
Really? So you don't know what is going on in your lands?
We were hoping you could tell us. It must be the spells of the Fae. Or who else did you manage to enrage? This mist is no mere fog. It bewilders the senses and makes you wander in circles. But phantoms are worse. They appear from out of the mist, and there's no end to them. Shadows of our warriors and barbarians, endlessly repeating a fearful battle, none distinguishing friend and foe.
Jamandi shivers as if icy cold wind is blowing at her back. I'm gathering my allies at the capital. Can you find the way there?
It's not easy to find the way through the sorceress mist. But with your magic lantern, we can do it. Go, and we will follow.
We'll meet at the capital.
Until then, I can't deny it. This mist had me worried. But now I see you have the situation in hand. I'm sure that together, we will overcome this pestilence. Whatever it is.
Until then, Your Highness, I don't know what an extraordinary disaster you've brought upon your kingdom, but I see now that you are entirely capable of handling it. especially with our help.
You feel some of your power return. By protecting the border region of your kingdom, you weaken the curse that hangs over you and your followers. Oh yeah, it looks like we're gonna hit level 20 before the end of the game. So that's exciting. Alright, let's just get out of here. One more place to go, one more ally to save from Iravetti, and then we're ready for the final stretch. Yeah, I'll take all of that. Alright, this silver portal leading to Iravetti's palace in the heart of Patax. The Monarch leader entered the portal. He was surrounded by blinding green fireflies as big as a fist. Waving away the annoying insects, Donvictus entered another portal without noticing, then another, and another. After several hours of torment, Donvictus managed to find his way to his own world and leave the treacherous paths of that strange reality.
This will be quick!
What's this say? The whole palace is subdued by the lush greenery of the first world.
You should have run!
Oh yeah, sorry, find a bunch of Iravettis.
Who will prevail?
Alright, I should probably quick save, because the game is capable of crashing, and I have not been cautious with my saving. Oh, there's not enough enemies here. Let's see, do I have anything AoE? We'll probably haste ourselves. They're considered evil. No, the chaotic neutral. Did not know that. I thought it was chaotic evil, but no, neutral I guess makes sense.
There you are, of course. After all, you couldn't miss it. A mimic cannot exist without a model, nor a villain without a hero. You don't have your own journey or your own story, for you are merely a chapter in my epic. Without me, you simply do not exist. Do you remember when we last met, you said you'd return Pitax to its citizens? It sounded so noble. But in the end, my possessions are returned to me. Both Pitax and the Toady Fairy. Your governor is now my footrest, and as for you, it's time you go to Oblivion, where you belong.
You think you're a hero? I think you're a common villain, and not the most dangerous I've dispatched.
Everyone thinks they are the hero of their own story, and all the others but a crowd. But do you know what makes us different? Your story is a poor joke that's gone on for far too long. Mine is a legend for the ages. Look around. I am everything I was and all that I could be. All the legends composed about me My glory was too great to fit into one body. Here is Irovetti, wise ruler. Irovetti, invincible warrior. Irovetti, cunning trickster. Irovetti, sacred champion of Calistria. And who are you? No one and nothing. A minor prop I will use to demonstrate my grandeur to the audience. Well, let us begin. It's time for you to become a part of my history.
The hard way. Ha! Primitives.
Consider me provoked.
This isn't good.
So fragile.
Everybody's got was affected by overwhelming presence, I think. Also, what is his armor class at with this? He has +4 from Sovereign currently.
Ouch.
We're being flanked. Oh no. That'll help. We're not taking a lot of damage, so it's not a huge deal. Hey there, Octavia.
Near.
I'm there.
Alright, we did it. There we go. Thank you. Words cannot describe how happy I am to see you. It's the second time you've risked your life for my freedom. Plus, you've challenged my old enemy, an eldest whose name I don't dare say out loud here. In gratitude for rescuing me, and for his long-awaited defeat, I'll provide you with all the help I possibly can. Gasperi greets you with a sweeping bow. Thank you for saving my life. You've come once more to free Patax of a tyrant, and my sword is at your service again. This time we're threatened not by a simple petty tyrant, but by a godlike monster from another world. But I'll fight for my city to the last drop of my blood. Patax has been freed. The chain that binds you to the curse is weakened, but your own freedom and our victory are not yet within our grasp. Let's hurry to the capital. We must prepare for the next step. But first, tell me what became of my sister. How did your encounter at the house at the edge of time end? Nerissa is dead. The Nereid looks down. Oh, I felt it, but didn't want to believe it until... Well, there was hardly a way to destroy the spell that gripped her soul. Dying is probably better than living as a terrible caricature of your former self. An empty vessel, in which the flame of your love has died. Thank you. It saddens me to think she's gone, but you did the right thing. Right then, enough talk. It's time to act. Let's go. Feel some of your powers return to you. By restoring Patax, you weaken the curse hanging over you and your followers. And we hit level 20. Then level fighter. Some more dexterity. Steel net. Swordlord can throw up a blazing wall of steel to defend himself. When fighting defensively with the dueling sword, the Swordlord's penalties on all attacks in a round are reduced by 2, and the dodge bonus armor class is increased by 2 for the same round. Cleric. Give you some strength. Doop, 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 doop. Canara. More dexterity. I don't know. Tremor sense? What does this do? Let's get Tremor Sense. Why not? Octavia. My level of Wizard. We'll bring Power Word Kill. I doubt that we'll use it, but hey, you never know. We'll try Weird. Fast bombs? Why not? Oh, whoopsies. Yeah, here. Grand Mutagen. I'll take that. Dexterity. Grand Discovery. Awaken Intellect. Constant exposure to strange chemicals spin his mind. Intelligence scores permanently increases by 2 points. Yeah. Let's get that. Then here, I don't know. Sure, Polymorph. I don't know. And then Ranger. Final. Yeah, give him some strength. I don't know what to get here. We get constructs. Why not? And Fae. Actually, magical beasts. Let's get Fae. Alright. Easy peasy. Level 20. What's this say?
I'm off.
It should be. Here it is. Satisfaction. +5 anarchic, mithril, finesse wielding. Holy weapon of Calistria, goddess of lust and revenge. Each time an enemy lands a hit on the wielder of this +5 anarchic mithril rapier, it gains a stacking +2 bonus to damage rolls until the end of the battle. Makes sense. Very revenge-oriented weapon. Alright, let's get out of here.
I do what I must.
Let's see. Alright, yeah. Golden portal leading back to the capital. The journey to the capital was uneventful. Well, as uneventful as possible when you're traveling through the First World. Luckily, avoiding encounters with otherworldly monsters or becoming lost along treacherous paths in another reality, Donvictus found a suitable portal and was soon standing at the entrance to the capital. It's going pretty smoothly, all things considered. Did I sell that bastard sword that I found? Or did I give it to Valerie? There's really no reason to level everybody up. I'll do it real quick. Don't really gain anything from it. Oh man, game's really slowing down. Sure, greatest shield focus. I'll give her some strength. Why would you get point blank shot? I don't understand that. Sure. Let's get shatter defenses. Yeah, I'm not going to use any of these people. I'm just going to level them up just so everybody's level 20 for the end of the game. Dona would be good on her. Pretty sure her kinetic blast can't crit hit, so here, have alertness. Synaptic Confusion and Quicken. Boom. Aerial Invasion? Sure. Oh yeah, I forgot about them. Oh, oh, this isn't me. I thought it was like a copied version of me or something. Oh, that's right, she hasn't been leveled up in a while, because she was gone for a few levels. Yeah, medium armor focus. Delay poison communal and dictum's fun. Shake it off. No one else has it, but she gets used to have it anyway. We'll do blasphemy and sure. Again, this isn't optimal. I'm just blowing through this real quick. Critical focus. Flame strike. It's a fun spell. Inquisitor. So this is actually really cool. True Judgment. At 20th level, an Inquisitor can call True Judgment down upon a foe during combat. Whenever an Inquisitor uses her Judgment ability, the Inquisitor can invoke True Judgment on a foe as a swift action. Once declared, the Inquisitor can make a single attack. If the attack hits, it deals damage normally, and the target must make a Fortitude save or die. The difficulty check of this save is equal to 10 plus half the Inquisitor's level, plus Inquisitor's Wisdom modifier. Regardless of whether or not the save is made, the target creature is immune to the Inquisitor's True Judgment ability for 24 hours. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. Sure, strength. Why not? I don't think she has any equipment on either, so. Burst of Glory. Holy Word. Why not? She won't be accompanying us anyway. Does he not have weapon specialization? Hello. Slow, sure, and Chain Lightning is good for him. Because he gets bonus from, he gets bonus damage to his lightning spells. Just strength. Don't give him anything besides strength. Sure, Hasted Assault. Why not? And, Umbral Strike. Sure thing. I guess I can't level him up. Oh, because he's been dead. That's fine. Alright. I need rest. Can you help? Of course, Your Highness. My powers are at your service. Rest real quick, then we'll prepare for the final battle. I'm actually going to give me a hard save here in case the game crashes and something goes amiss. Alright, I'm ready for the final battle. Let us march. I see you are ready. You will make history this day. I'm ready for anything. To battle. Of course, Your Highness. Storyteller stops abruptly and frowns. I feel the presence of a new threat. What is happening? Dun dun dun. Canara's quest, finally. Greetings. Well, my darlings, you broke in your divine patron's second condition, just as I foretold. So you knew it was going to happen to us at the house at the edge of time. I surmised. I led you by the hand through all your adventures in the Stolen Lands. I brought you to the Disk of the Eclipse. I made sure you arrived at just the right place, where the magic of the First World would rid you of the divine curse you've suffered, so you may reunite. Aren't progenitors supposed to look after their offspring? And I'm a very caring ancestor. And now, if you'll excuse me, hear undisguised mockery in the devil's voice. I'll leave you to your destroyed kingdom, and the insane Feylord who has seized it. You catch Kalika's scream and Canara's angry hiss. As the portal closes, you discern the familiar silhouette of the ruined Talden Tower rising above Sorrowflow. Alright, we're not done here. Let us go take care of this. Oop. Warrior Queen Bada, ally, I help you. Lead my might to battle. Big fight us, come, sweet. Armag is here. Brother, Armag is here and will share the trials of battle with you. So we can get around and see all of our allies as well. So Gasper, Mygar, Sana, Dories, and Sartovas. Darvin is here.
In due time.
Bartholomew, Avendra. It's pretty cool. Valerie, Jod, Keston should be around here somewhere. Keston, Ekadayo. Laura Nusky, which is the bandit that we spared. She showed up and helped us. And Patox. Pretty neat. Pretty neat indeed. I like it when all of your allies throughout the course of the game show up. Even like minor ones, like Darvin wasn't a huge deal. He was part of like one of the bigger side quests, but you know. Like Warrior Queen Bada. What is she doing here? Alright, to the black and white portal leading to Sorrowflow. Planting himself in the first world, Donvictus was stunned by a wondrous vision. A fantastically bright, iridescence shining in the sky. It took the shrewd ruler only a few seconds to realize that the rainbow patterns in the radiant skies were showing the way to the next portal, and it wasn't far at all. Alright, we'll just bring Valerie. So that Harem gets some use out of his shield wall. I know that there are respec scrolls, but whatever. He's had shield wall this long, it'll be fine. Can we get to that?
I'm there.
We can. Okay. What we'll do is
I won't let you down.
Patience.
make sure we get across it in one piece.
I do what I must.
I'll fight if I have to.
Become as dust.
Let's see, that's not going to help.
You can't stop me.
Will they ever learn?
Oh, you don't need to be using your bombs right now. Save those because I've already wasted a rest. I don't want to have to rest anymore.
Let us strike as
So
one.
actually, Valerie, you just use jolts.
Don't hold back.
They're not taking any damage because I'm immune to fire. Crown of Elements. This crown increases the damage dealt by the Kineticist Simple Energy Blast by 3 to 6 points, and by Kinetic Simple Physical Blast by 3 to 6 plus 3. Composite Energy Blast instead deal an additional 6 to 6 damage, while Composite Physical Blast deal an additional 6 to 6 plus 6 damage. It also grants a plus 6 enhancement bonus to Charisma, Wisdom, and Intelligence ability scores. Bonuses to the same type usually don't stack. Oh, I actually took some damage there. That's not cool.
I'm off.
But yeah, very good diadem for kineticists. The pulsating magical energy, which so altered the area around the old Talden Tower, is particularly strong here, and it's easy to guess why. Like a living heart pumping blood through its veins, a sparkling cloud of energy is floating above the ground. Donvictus, you came for us. Kalika's blue eyes sparkle, but her face is tense and exhausted. Greetings. The current salutation betrays more about the Forefather's mood than he intended to reveal. There's no trace of the devil's usual eloquence, and he seems as tense as a predator ready to strike. Canara, disheveled and tired, winks at you and whispers loudly. Our poor great-grandfather is upset. He wanted to resolve the matter quickly without any fuss, but the herald didn't even want to talk to him. Because I was waiting. The numinous voice echoes powerfully the magic cloud, penetrating the area, and my wait is over. I've come for Canara and Kalika. That's no secret to me. Okay. With a suave gesture, the devil draws attention back to himself. Perhaps now that we're all together, we may discuss the delicate matter for which we are assembled. We're here assembled. Herald, I'm aware that you brought Canara back to life, making her and her sister agree to some difficult conditions. As payment for your gift of life, and both of these conditions were broke. The God's Herald interrupts the devil. You hear surprisingly human astonishment in her numinous voice. You are very wrong, Afuran. Perhaps you've confused me with the Lawgiver, the Herald of Abadar. Judging by her voice, the Arcanothane finds her final remark incredibly amusing. I do not take payment for my deeds, and make no conditions. That is a lot of the other gods and their servants, but not of all-seeing Nethys. I only heard Kalika's prayer and desired to help her. My Lord and Creator approved this decision. It seemed to him a curious magic experiment, a momentary amusement in the vastness of eternity. Afuran. The true name of the forefather. Interesting. Even I didn't know. Wait, Herald. What did your compact with Canara and Kalika mean in that case? I told you. I simply wanted to help them. Certain energies and substances annihilate each other, if placed in the same vessel. Such are the spirits of Canara and Kalika. As long as they are together, they will continue to hurt each other, pulling each in different directions, tearing themselves to pieces. If I simply returned Canara to life, sooner or later they would ruin each other as they did once before. But still, I desired to help them. I drew upon the wisdom of Nethys, my Lord and Creator. He is double-edged, and his two sides are in balance. I thought the sisters might achieve this as well. And it seems I was not mistaken. Although without your participation, Donvictus, this plan would have never worked. One wrong step, and Kalika's heart would have been broken by the sacrifice of her friends. Or Canara might have lost her faith in you, and in her sister, if you decided to use her as living bait for the Soul Eater. The sisters would have never been able to find a common path, but you led them along the razor's edge, keeping all in perfect balance. You sense a note of approval, or even respect in the Arcanothane's otherworldly voice. This universe is built so intricately. Only all-seeing Nethys knows in advance all the consequences of all decisions, and the outcomes of countless timelines. Even I, his creation and herald, do not know so much, and every new discovery amazes me more and more. What I have seen watching you and these sisters is one such amazing discovery. More amazing still is that my Lord and Creator momentarily turned his gaze upon you. Nethys does not speak to his followers directly, nor reward their efforts or punish their negligence. But there is nothing to prevent me from presenting you with a token of thanks, for the insights into human nature which you have given me. You may now live as you wish. I see you've learned to find a balance, and will be able to carry on with your lives without driving each other into madness. Thank you, Herald, for this gift and for the new chance we've received. It's not enough to receive a gift. What matters is how you use it. But nonetheless, thank you. Such moving unanimity. The devil can barely conceal the venom in his voice. It appears that I should not even consider reclaiming my stolen property. Surely, I shouldn't argue with the herald of the most unpredictable god. And so, if you will excuse me. Yeah, I fell for your trickery once and let you leave without a fight. I won't make the same mistake again. But you're already having so much fun here, and I have no wish to interfere. Farewell. That's not a wise decision, but fine. Forgive me, great-grandfather, but our dealings are done. Yes, we're together now, and there's no longer anything you can do to harm us. You gave me a chance to end this story for my own benefit, now that the Herald has ceased her meddling.
A fatal mistake.
There's Octavia all the way back there. I don't like that.
Use of my talents.
Alright, hold on. Let's inspect him. What is he immune to? Slothful Evil. Holy removes his regeneration. So Silver and Magic. He should be dead. My knowledge. That's what I have to coup de grace him. There he goes.
To you!
Is everything really, really over? And we are free? Free. What an interesting word. I think I've never even considered its meaning. You followed us here, foregoing your own interests, enduring a curse and an attack on your kingdom. This is impressive. Canara is trying to say we are forever grateful. From now on, your grief is our grief, and your foe is our foe. Not because we need a patron, but because no one is dearer to us than you. What a story! This is madness! Can you take a minute for me? It's amazing. There's chaos all around. The First World is devouring your poor kingdom. So why do I feel so incredibly strong and free? Is it because I finally cast off the burden of the past? Or is it that I'm madly in love? Tell me. Say something.
I don't want to continue our relationship. Oh, I'm tempted. No. I feel like this is the best option because marry me could be seen more as like just a gain in her eyes because again she's very logically motivated. So I'm gonna say I love you and I want us to be together always.
Great. Now I'm ready for that Lantern King. I'll turn him to cinders for daring to hurt you.
Well, he's already made of fire, but okay. Canara sighs loudly, then raises her hand and shoots a torrent of fire into the air. Okay, goodbye Valerie. Hello, Canara. Alright, so this guy has some stuff. Devil's Sash, Gloves of Friending, Equilibrium, and Unmaker. Definitely worth killing him. So what are the things that the Arcanum thing gave me? So Crown of Elements we'll give to Canara. Boop, 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 boop. Where's it at? Okay. Much better. Okay. Sigil of Destruction. This ring doubles the threat range of the wearer's kinetic blast. This effect stacks with the effect Improved Critical Feat. Okay. Sigil of Creation. Whenever the wearer of this ring uses their kinetic healer while talent, it also applies the effect, the restoration spell to the target. The talent is always empowered as though using the Empower spell feat. Devil's Sash. The spell grants the wearer +8 enhancement bonus to dexterity and constitution ability scores. It also grants immunity to poison. So that's perfect for our kineticist friends here. Gloves of Friending. These gloves grant the wearer +2 bonus on attack and damage rolls made with claws. Can't use that. Equilibrium. This amulet grants the wearer immunity to cold and fire. It also grants a +6 deflection bonus to armor class. Yeah, that's less. Okay. Unmaker. Each round the first attack this ring's wearer makes using an unarmed strike or natural weapon casts greater dispel magic spell. It's really good, especially if you have a monk or something. Okay, let's get out of here. Is there any reason to come down here? Frost Giant.
Their life ends here.
Clever. You've lost a chance to resolve this.
Wounded.
Alright, we need to, hold on a second. We need to...
Hey, can someone help me?
Can you give me a second?
I'll take care of it.
Bunch of fish and alcohol. Okay.
I'm there.
I'm gonna get out of here. Taking way too much damage. So let's see if there's anything over here.
This is for you.
Okay.
A test of my abilities.
Alright, cool. Let's get out of here. Coolio. Coming to the end of the game. And finally a satisfying ending with Canara and Kalika. See, the first time I played, I didn't get their good ending either. The journey to the capital was uneventful. Alright, we've already read that. Cool. Curse is lifted. We're ready to make the final assault on the capital and save our kingdom from the Lantern King. Might be worth resting one more time. Then I'll do one more hard save, and then we'll just push through to the final confrontation. My final battle. Let's do it. Very well, so be it. Our main forces will march now for the city, Your Highness, and I shall go with them. We'll attempt to engage most of the Apology shadows and the Lantern King's minions. Look for me in the city if you need rest, and good luck. Then it's a procession of all of our allies. Leading the way is the storyteller. Followed by a kobold. Is that Tartuk? Kobold strong, fierce, I'll run from kobold. King Bada. Can I even be bigger hero than I already am? Keston and Bartholomew. For the king and the kingdom. Fight like its final last battle. The lizard men are here too. Magar, I think that's Sana, Gaspar, Mondi, and the Sertovas, Armag and Darvin. Battle worth being born for. Oh, he's found his purpose. That's the Nereid. Oh, is that Salim Godafar? I didn't finish the procession. Nusky Hendrik. Who the heck is Hendrik? Oh, is he the bandit that I hired, like, way back when?
A menacing hour. A simple mind might see it in the end of times, and the triumph of Grotus. But alas, these are only the games of a foolish deity, wrapped in the vanity of the first world.
I don't even know if this means anything to you, Harem, but I'm glad you're among my companions.
Your words seem strange to me, but something in them warms my old soul.
Harem looks at you, astonished, as if he's just awakened and opened his eyes. He looks so peaceful.
Oh, this is true. Everything unfolds in the best possible way. If we meet our death in the coming battle, it will be a wonderful ending. If we win, although it's a pointless act, I will also be satisfied. It would be wrong to bow to this self-proclaimed Lantern King.
Harem shakes his head with disapproval. Yeah, see, that's another thing. You don't get, like, all this... You don't get any sort of conclusion with the other ending. We have to go. The Lantern King won't wait.
Indeed. We must quench that false light, so it doesn't confuse the souls of those who look on it.
Octavia?
I can't believe this is happening to us. I didn't think I would be among the heroes from a legend, but here we are. I only hope this legend has a good ending.
I just wanted to say I'm very glad to have met you, Octavia.
I wanted to be firm and pretend I'm not moved at all, but of course it's not true. I'm also very happy I met you, and that you don't mind my company.
You look worried.
I'm just worried about you, and I'm sad about Lindsay. It feels better to think that she stayed with us no matter what, but I miss some of the little things, like talking to her in the morning, when we both just crawled out of our tents, still sleepy. Lindsay, if you can hear us now, please know that I miss you terribly, you little chatterbox.
She's in the book.
But
she can spray the book with
let's look ahead
us.
for the moment. I don't wish to distract you with my worries. I'm ready for battle like never before. And Reg, never mind. I promised myself I'd be strong, and I will be, for us.
Alright, well, we have to go. Are you ready for our final test?
Like never before. If I need to defeat a deity to save you from a curse, then I'll do it.
Hey, Chief. How are you feeling? I can't wait to stretch my legs a little.
Reg raises his weapon in salute. He looks menacing, but a little nervous. Pat Reg on his shoulder. You ready for a fight?
Some fight. I'm already thinking about the toast for the celebration feast. We'll deal with this flying fireball nice and quick, and then I hope we'll celebrate for at least a couple of weeks.
Is there anything you'd like to tell me before we march off to battle?
You've led us through 100 brawls. You'll lead us through this one. Just don't look back, and use any chance fate throws at us.
Well, enough words. It's time to act.
Lead on, Chief. I'm right behind you.
We're ready to march, are we not? At last. This waiting is exhausting.
Jaethal stands still, her face calm as glassy water, yet you feel the tension in her pose, like a drawn bowstring. You know, when I forged an alliance with the mysterious undead companion, I never imagined how valuable you would become, and how much we'd go through together.
It's not the first time I've heard someone praise my skills, but hearing it from you is especially enjoyable. You are an excellent leader. I hope you know that's not flattery. I don't flatter, and I'm no good at it. It's just a sign of respect, from one worthy companion to another.
Are you afraid of the upcoming battle? You not want to risk your life for a good cause.
I know the wrath and mercy of true deities. The games of the First World Pretender don't scare me. And yes, you are absolutely right about me. However, I value justified risk and mutually beneficial alliance. No serious goals can be achieved without them.
What's time? A battle with the eldest awaits.
Point me to the goal. I'll handle the rest, one way or another.
The cast didn't break you. Good. But we must hurry. This madness must be stopped, once and for all.
Echo nods to you briefly. You feel energy and determination in his movements. I just want to say, you've been a loyal companion, Echo. It's good to have someone to rely on in such a dark hour.
Words of a worthy leader are better reward than honors and gold. We've come a long way. May the ones ahead be longer and lighter.
Ekun's face, usually still, brightens with gratitude. He clasps his hand to his heart. Are you afraid of what's ahead?
No. We are going to fight for our home, for the laughter of children yet to be born. That evil outsider god fights only for his pride. He cannot win.
Well, it's time to go. Are you ready?
Lead. I will follow.
Heck yeah.
I'm there.
Does Aqua have anything to say? Nope. Jubilast?
I look around and I think, should we really have been so eager to get to the First World? I suppose it's time we ask that he leave our lands alone and take himself back where he comes from.
Jubilast shifts from one foot to the other, either from anxiety or impatience. Of course, you haven't always been easy to tolerate, but I'm glad we reached the end of this adventure together.
Jubilost Narthropple, the most unbearable researcher of Galarian, at your service. We've seen a lot together. I hope you've said that for a reason, and the good memories outweigh the bad ones. Just a little bit.
Do you have any regrets?
Of course! I never became the hero who saved the entire gnome race. I don't even know how I'll live with myself, knowing that I'm just a famous scientist who visited the First World, met one of its deities, and defeated another, assuming we win this battle.
Well, it's time to get to work. To ask, as you put it, that we be left alone.
We'll ask them all right. Who can say no to politeness and forcible explosive arguments?
Canara seems deep in thoughts, but gives you a warm and sad smile. I'm glad we'll be together for our final battle.
Of course you're glad. What would you do without me? I can't tell what is to come, and this makes me uneasy. But my gut is telling me we can handle it.
Canara laughs, letting you know she's joking, then stretches and turns a bit more serious.
It turns out that it's not so easy to be the heroes of song and legend. But we can do it. I know it. I believe it.
You look so preoccupied, Kalika. What's on your mind?
Just terribly silly things. I often do this to distract myself from trouble and worry. I daydream about complete nonsense. Just now, I was thinking how wonderful it would be to see the snow and make a snowman. I've never done anything like that before.
Well, it's time for us to visit the Lantern King.
This land can only have one ruler.
Canara smiles a predatory smile.
We'll do whatever it takes to recover what's been taken from us and save this miserable land.
No thanks. My kingdom is miserable.
We'll do whatever...
Alright. Valerie?
I'm just waiting for a signal to attack. There's a great battle ahead, and it will end with a great victory. I believe that more than I've ever believed anything.
Valerie, I just want to say, your loyalty means a lot to me.
I'm glad to hear it. I would never turn away from my duty, no matter what. Yet it's better to enter a dangerous battle with an easy heart, knowing that your sword serves one who truly values your loyalty.
Do you have any regrets?
Every failure, every fallen comrade. But these regrets cannot undermine my spirit. We learn from our mistakes, and harden for times like these.
Well, we have to go. I don't even need to ask if you're ready.
And I need not answer. To arms! We will protect this land and free you from this curse. That's why I've taken up my weapons, and I won't put them down until all our plans are fulfilled.
She kind of sounds like an old woman. Also, can't talk to Knock Knock because I didn't resurrect him. So... can I do it now? If I bring him back right now, what's going to happen? There he is. Alright, let's talk to Knock Knock. Once he's able to be talked to. If I need to, I'll save and reload. There he is.
This is a crazy road, all way to end. Even crazier than how we meet. Now someone try steal our city? Knock Knock say, we go steal it back.
Thanks for standing by me, Knock Knock.
It's what heroes do. Walk together, steal together, stab together.
Yeah, he's got the right idea.
And you show me hero path. From Goblin King to great confronting of Munguk, to finding tribe again, and, king not king again. Hero path keep going. So do we. Just like pose and statue.
Well, I'm ready if you are.
Knock Knock not let you go alone. Besides, be fun. Knock Knock never stole a city back before.
Enough. The battle is ahead. Alright, let's rock and roll. Same party as always. I will have to apply a bunch of buffs before we get started, but we're ready, mostly ready. Alright, we need to take care of this first wave, I think.
We'll do it the
I don't have any buffs to deal with these guys right now. This is a bad idea. You don't really get a chance to buff beforehand, so you gotta kind of make do. Oh yeah, this guy right here. Warren Dagar. I have no idea who he is.
No strike wasted.
Your Highness, I beg to report. The city is flooded with hostile First World creatures, and your allies are scattered. It all happened within minutes. We entered the gate and the ground split open. Some went up, some down, and all somehow in complete silence. There's almost no communication between the islands, so our forces are separated and uncoordinated. But we fight as best we can. Also...
Allow me to speak for myself, Sir Keston. Greetings, Your Highness. I humbly request you hear me out. I come from a duchy you probably haven't heard of, though it's only a day's journey from here. Many ages ago, it was destroyed by the fairy Nerissa, and turned into a grain of dust for the sorceress's cursed cup. I suppose you've guessed who I am, or rather, what I am. Warriors from all the fallen kingdoms were kept in the cup, and many return as half-mad shadows. I have returned as well. I am the shadow of Sir Warren Dagar. But unlike the other shadows, I have no desire to fight for those who slaughtered my ruler and my people. If you'd allow me, I would help you in your noble cause as best I can.
Did you really think you could fool me so easily? You're not a shadow from the cup.
I'm impressed with your sharp eyes and knowledge. Though you are not the first mortal to surprise me. And not the first to die by my sword. For the pleasure of the true king, the Lantern King.
Certain primitives.
All right, so he is. That's what I always suspected. He was not a good fellow. All right, let's start buffing. I didn't memorize any new spells before I rested. That might become a problem. I think we'll be okay though.
Quiet. I'm thinking.
Open to your orders.
All of his spells. Oh gosh darn it.
Yes.
That's fine. Alright, let's cast one of these mass heals real quick. Okay, or... Alright, whatever. This is fine. Let's go.
Ready and willing.
Big haste, and then we're ready to rock. Quick save, so I don't have to worry about buffing again.
I'm there.
Let's go. I can die. What are you doing down there? Come on, Flame Shaman. Friend Chief, send you gift. Buckler +5. Some guards.
This will be quick.
Alright, cool. She's already dead. Good start. Oh, man. Didn't mean to split that.
Whatever the rest of you are doing, protect me! Oh!
What is he affected by? So he needs to heal.
You require my assistance?
Gosh darn it. It's already falling apart. Yeah, by the way, this last stretch is not easy.
Follow if you dare.
It's pretty big.
Cannot hide. Let's finish them quick. Nowhere to run.
I am your end!
No strike wasted.
Hey, Bartholomew's helping. Like I was pushing his body across the ground. Let's see. I don't think we can get over there, can we? Probably not.
In due time. I'm there.
Oh, that's right. There's a thing back there I didn't explore. I need to go back for that.
Face me if you dare. Grant you death. Yourself exposed.
There's a hand thingy, something I could interact with. Here it is.
A fatal mistake. Will they ever learn?
No strike wasted.
Great sword +5. So I guess they just give me some +5 weapons in case you missed any of them up to this point. Because they're all pretty mediocre. They obviously don't compare to the uniques you can find.
To the dust you will go. Repent!
Dart +5. Oh, yeah, I don't think I've ever found any unique darts, did I? I don't know if we have to go in this tavern or not. Let's quick save. Because I didn't even notice, I guess the knight that I killed in the beginning, the guy that said for the true king, the Lantern King. Maybe he betrayed me the first time through, I just never noticed. He might betray you. I think he pops up at a few fights around the capital. Oh, this is one of those areas where they keep spawning in, I think.
I won't let you down.
Yes.
Cannot hide from me.
I am your end.
I gotta be a little conservative with my resources. So I can rest when I find the storyteller. So maybe I don't have to. Someone in the tavern was always talking about a flying city. Now we have a flying city of our own. Arsonist Slingstaff. Whenever the wielder of this +4 flaming burst Slingstaff casts a spell with the fire descriptor, that spell deals +1 point of damage per die roll. That's pretty good. I thought this was the tavern where the enemies kept spawning in. I guess not. That's fine. This episode's almost 2 hours now. It's ridiculous. But since it is an unorthodox ending, since I'm going back and redoing it, I think it's fine.
Well, sorry. Was lost in thought.
I'm there.
Is there...
This will hurt.
Does it?
This strike.
Hang in there, Jubilost. Gosh darn it. So that's okay. Can wait for him to be responsive again before we continue. There we go. Oh, by the way, the Lantern King's in the center there.
Your life ebbs low.
You've lost a chance to resolve this peacefully.
I'm wounded.
Let yourself explode.
It's okay. Got paralyzed, that's not good.
Wound, my gift to you.
Gosh darn it. Game's starting to really slow down here. Oh, he's still paralyzed. Okay, well, I'll just wait around for a minute, I guess. Have him drink some potions. Yeah, spacebar. Still not working for this. Used to be, so normally what happens... Oh, I don't need to take anymore. Normally what happens is you can use a potion once and then you can just keep hitting spacebar to keep using it, but for some reason that hasn't worked this playthrough for me. It works in my other playthroughs of this game, because I have a couple other campaigns I'm playing. But it,
The end draws near.
But not this one for some reason. Hey, Tsana. The priestess stands in the middle of a city destroyed by magic, calm as if she were walking in a blooming spring garden. She's clearly enjoying the sight. Here you are, King. It's a good time. The time of chaos and living nightmares is the perfect time to appealing to Lamashtu. I can bestow the blessing of my goddess upon you, if you are not afraid, of course. I are not afraid to pay the price, to make the needed sacrifice. What kind of sacrifice do I have to make? One worthy of the mother of monsters. I've already made my choice. Bring the Nereid Avenger to me. This ugly creature has poisoned the world with her presence for long enough. She will die a final death without any fey tricks. Her blood will please Lamashtu. You'll be generously rewarded. Yet, Tsana, there'll be no sacrifices. It's a pity that even now you are not shrewd or brave enough, but I owe you much and will pay you for your trust. Accept my own blessing since you've rejected Lamashtu's gift. What did she do to me? You've received Sana's blessing, and with it, a touch of Lamashtu's benediction. You gain +1 natural armor and bonus... Natural armor bonus and +2 to Constitution. Okay.
If you dare.
Thanks, I guess. So I'm pretty sure that the storyteller is in this tavern.
Let's give them what they deserve.
Alright, so this is the one that needs to be...
You should have run!
What a waste!
A clever ploy.
Nowhere to run.
Whatever the rest of you are doing, protect
This strike, my masterpiece! My gift to you!
think she has a summon monster, doesn't she? Did I ever teach her a summon monster spell? I did not.
You can't stop me. Onwards, together.
We should move.
Fragment of the Apology. Blade +3. She should be able to cast Resurrect, right?
What's the holdup?
There we go. Alright, Storyteller, tell me what's up. Your Highness, the artifact that you just found is of the utmost importance. It's a fragment of the accursed Apology Goblet. Somewhere in the city, a few more still remain. If you can find and deliver these fragments to me, I will try to destroy them, thus weakening the power of the Lantern King. The bond between the creation and creator is complicated, almost inconceivable. When the Lantern King created the cup, the material symbol of Nerissa's curse, he never dreamed that his creation might be used against him, and yet it can be done. I've devoted my life to creating and reforging artifacts from ages past, but now I shall have to do the opposite, to reduce one to dust, not to restore it. Do you know where to look for fragments of the cup? They might be anywhere, Your Highness. Everything is so chaotic I can barely sense their presence at all. Do you know where my other allies are? They are scattered across the islands that the capital has become. This is fortunate in a way. The servants of the Lantern King are also scattered, chasing them. Our task would have been much harder if their forces were assembled here. Don't worry about your allies. You must focus on your mission. They'll protect themselves and find a way to rejoin you, sooner or later. Give the fragment of the cup to the Storyteller. The Storyteller carefully takes the fragment from your hand and sighs, as if yielding to the inevitable. My hands are trained to create and restore, not to destroy. But destroying this fragment will protect thousands of lives from destruction. It must be done. Oh wait, let's do that. Alright, let's go. So I think there's 2 more pieces of the cup. It might be 3. The first time I played through this, I always felt that this part of the game was kind of stretched out. But look at how much content we missed with the other ending. Like, it's mind-blowing that this was
Their life ends here.
Take you.
hidden behind that decision.
Calm down. Not dead yet.
Boss is gonna die again.
Oh, my genius.
Well, maybe not. Seems like we saved him. Oh, I had immense perfection +8. Well, 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 Harem.
I do what I must.
Mighty Army might go attack. I like how the mites aren't actually involved in any of the actual conflicts because, well, they wouldn't have a chance. Because they're mites.
Yes, I'm still here. To the dust, you will
true.
Oh, my knowledge. Oh, my genius. Lost.
Alright, Jublos, get back up, buddy. And you can have some of these potions. Oh, come on now. There we go. Is there anything over here? There's another way down. I think you can come down this way as well.
I'm not afraid.
Strike! I am your end! Strike! Masterpiece!
Armag! What's up, buddy? They're all paralyzed, but they're here. That's not gonna help. He's paralyzed as well.
Get yourself exposed.
Okay.
What manner of country is this? Where is the lavish dining, the festivals? Place barely merits a footnote in my compendium.
I'll only see paralyzed for 3 seconds. Okay. Can I talk to
My
Armag?
skills are getting rusty.
Taste my good dare.
Is that what this led to? Let's go back up here, because I think this is a dead end. What? It is a dead end. There's probably some loot back there.
Are you prepared to meet my end?
This is going to hurt.
At an end.
Nope. Come down here, please.
Into act!
I think the only way to get up here is through Dimension Door. I could be wrong about that.
I'm there.
Sertova and Aldori. Another piece of the apology.
Enjoy your final moments.
Whatever the rest of you are doing, protect me! All my knowledge, all my genius.
Oh, what are you casting? You need to cast something more potent than what you got going on. That's interesting. She can't die.
Hey, can someone help me?
Yeah, flank is getting completely wrecked. That's okay. We just have the ability to revive everybody. So Harem is paralyzed currently. Okay, Harem, how long are you paralyzed for? 18 seconds. A lot of dead bodies. Jamandi, how you doing?
Follow if you dare.
Be on guard.
Oh yeah, he should be using this. There we go, Ancient Hunt. Whoopsies.
Oh, sorry. Was lost in focus.
Resurrect one of them, then I'll just use a mass heal. Get everybody back up to snuff. Where's it at? Where are... Summon Elder Worm. You know what? I will summon an Elder Worm at some point. There's a way inside. Kagar. Wormblood. Go careful. Live metal stand in our way. Kill many fellow Longtail. What is this live metal? Black, scary, make much noise. Spells not hurt it. It can heal itself. Very strong. Do you know where the live metal came from? It came from Big Broken Cup. With it come a warm blood shadow, short and crown, bush of hair on face. Metal is shadow too, I see. They come from past and want return them kingdom. Bad when dead shadows walk. They want to attack us. Longtail arrows kill Warmblood Shadow. Metal very angry by this. Thanks for the warning. I have to go. I find this. You take. And make black metal not heal. Longtail cannot defeat it, but you can. Stonecutter. Adamantine. That's why. Because it's a golem. I didn't read it. It's +5 adamantine construct. Bane hand axe grants its wielder DR 5 versus bludgeoning. That's okay.
Quiet. I'm thinking.
You can count on me. Ready and willing.
Where is my haste? Pause, quick save, and in we go. Regardless, a coup de grace will, or coup de grace, I think. I don't know. I always forget because everyone says it differently and everybody tells me it's pronounced differently. There he is.
This is for you.
The beginning of the hunt.
This spell works differently.
Oh, he's gone. Okay, cool.
Don't hold back.
Felt a physical perfection +8. Is that what I have? He could do a little better.
I'm there.
Become and who will prevail? Does it matter?
My masterpiece. This wound, my gift to you.
All right. Whoa. So we still need one more piece.
This will hurt! A test of my abilities.
Oh, Octavia, you need to cast something else.
I'll fight if I have
I am never wrong.
Greater extend meta magic rod.
Burn.
To the dust.
Flames take you.
Hey, Your Highness, come over here. Got that useful stuff lying around. Pretty sure that's Salim Godafar. Full plate +5.
In due time.
The end draws near.
No, he needs to be healed. Akiros Innsmort. Oh no, he's the paladin or the cleric that we met in the Stagmore's fortress. And so these are all like the bandits and stuff. Hendrik is the one we found that group of bandits and we gave them a chance to work for us instead of killing them. So yeah, that's just a bunch of bandits. That's cool. They all grouped up. But I don't know where the last...
I'm off.
That's probably over here. Duh. Alright, the Tox is going to aid us against the Jabberwock. Oh, she's already confused.
I'm wounded.
Left yourself exposed.
My masterpiece!
Nakadao's slowly taking out this guy.
I hate pain. Dying is unpleasant.
There we go. Look at this door floating around. Okay, gotta resurrect Octavia. I'm playing a little carelessly. I'm just working my way through this quickly. Probably not the best idea. That should be the last piece of the apology, I think. So I'm pretty sure I still have to run back to
I'm there.
the storyteller and turn it in. Oh, here he is. Cool. Alright. Another one, Your Highness. Good. I feel the wall of power that encloses your former residence is slowly melting. 3 fragments may be enough to clear a path. I'm gonna rest real quick. And then we'll turn in the last fragment. A third. Yes, this is the last one. Prepare yourself, Your Highness. For the 3rd fragment, the barriers around your castle will fall. The Lantern King will be waiting, ready to give you an audience.
I do what I must.
Alright, then we'll buff before we enter the throne room, which is where we fight the Lantern King.
Yes.
Alright, our final buffing.
So, any brilliant ideas?
Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Imimosi Travisi. Imimosi Travisi. Imimosi Travisi. Imimosi Travisi. Imimosi Travisi. Imimosi Travisi.
Before we enter here, and I forget to mention it later, I apologize if I missed anything here at the end. I was kind of rushing through it. But I think I hit all the major wickets. I wonder if he's actually immune to fire, and if Canara is actually worth bringing with us here.
I won't let you down.
Rotus awaits us.
Alright, so pretty sure he's chaotic neutral, so we'll just go and do chaotic and neutral real quick. Or can't do neutral. Never mind. I don't know if Sonic is actually any good against the Lantern King, but it won't hurt. Nope, 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 nope. I know I'm not micromanaging my rods well either, but that's fine.
My skills are absolute.
You require my assistance?
Alright, it's a quick save. Once I get in, I'm going to start summoning things. Creatures, undead, monsters, and all the stuff that Jubilost has. Let's do it. Take on the Lantern King. Last time I did this, I don't think I had to try more than once, did I? It may have been 2 attempts at most. He's not the hardest boss in the game, in my opinion.
What's new?
Well, sorry, was lost in thought.
My skills are getting rusty.
Patience. The end draws near.
I'll take care of it.
Yes, I'm still here. notice awaits us.
Weapons,
What's the whole
spells,
catch?
poisons. The art of killing is so diverse these days. A shame one life is not enough to master them all.
Okay, I think we're ready to rock and roll. Another quick save, and
The forest makes care for everyone. Today it shelters and feeds you. Tomorrow it feeds someone else with you.
let's do it. Your footsteps echo from the ceiling of the ravaged throne room. The sound attracts the attention of old Remus, slouching on the steps of the throne. He looks up, shakes his head slightly as if displeased, but keeps silent. Nothing betrays the mask of a deity in this hunched man.
Words, words. How little value we attach to them, and how much they truly mean. But I've grown tired of words and prophecies. I will no longer predict chaos and death. Instead, I will show them to you, myself.
Oh yes, the time has come! The time of fate and curses!
Taste my fury.
Doesn't bode well.
I'm getting killed here!
Alright, who is being controlled? There we go, finally.
The time for laughter has passed. It's the hour of hunting and chaos.
Oh, this isn't good. We might not win this. Yeah. I need more AoE spells, I think, back there. I got it figured out, though. I know what to do. Let's see, I want to hold back.
Words.
I'm going to skip through all that. I'm going to hold everybody back because I'm going to cast a bunch of AoE spells back where he spawns everybody. And then if they make it to me, then they make it to me. But for the most part, I'm just going to chill out here. Just like put Stinking Cloud back here.
Clever ploy.
Harem's gonna put Polar Midnight back there. He can get past all of our summons.
Taste my fury.
Akba really should be back there.
I grant you death.
Consider me provoked.
Ah,
Alright, we'll summon more, but they're still gonna be in the Polar Midnight.
Don't seem to like my curses. Maybe I might let go better.
Just hold your positions.
No strike wasted.
That's not good. Let's go ahead and equip him with that.
Just said exposed.
This is for you! Protect me! Dying is unpleasant.
Oh, I'm a little annoyed by this. That's fine. Let's see, where's it at? Is he paralyzed? What's going on here? Confused, blindness.
I'll fight if I have to.
Is he good? Is he unparalyzed yet? He's not. She can probably do it then. Where's it at? Super annoyed. Come on, you. Alright, screw it. Not to risk it. This isn't going well.
The time for laughter has passed. It's the hour of hunting and chaos.
We still have 2 more tiers, so we have to fight this one, then we have to fight his... Come on, don't automatically run in, please.
You can't stop me! This spell's not supposed to work like that.
Come on, let me select him. Let me do anything, please. Why are you chasing? Stop chasing! Oh my goodness gracious. That was annoying. Such a difficult fight. There's so many tiers to it.
I'll take care of it.
It doesn't help that the game is slowing down drastically right now.
I'm glad you called.
She's making it 10 times worse.
Oh yes, the time has come! The time of fate and curses!
Cool. 2 bosses are already dead. No way to prevent that, so let's try and resurrect him, I guess, with her.
Can someone help me?
There we go. We're in pretty good shape still.
You don't seem to like my curses. Maybe you like my jokes better?
Good start, good start. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. They are all focusing him. Oh no, he's dead. It was going well except for that part, where he suddenly just got brutally murdered. Yeah. I'm not editing this out, by the way. This episode's way too long. It would take all day to edit.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
I guess taking these guys out first would be best. Holy crap-a-rolly. Yeah, spell it's called End of All is pretty potent. Go figure. There we go. Probably not, honestly. Let's see. Wow! What just killed? Come on, man. I have spell resist. Like, I have as much spell resist as I can have against that. It's as good as it's gonna get. Yeah.
Oh yes, the time has come! The time of fate and curses!
This will hurt!
I don't know, whoever, the guy that teleported back here screwed me, because Icy Prison Mass, I think, would have won that fight for me. Holy crap, why can't we hit this guy? What is going on here? I don't understand why we're not able to hit him. We're all swinging at him, and we just can't touch him. That hasn't been a problem up to this point. Now Harem's dead. Cool. This is going extraordinarily well. Come on, game. Oh, I can't, because she's... Oh, because I just resurrected her. She's affected by Stinking Cloud because she doesn't have Delay Poison Communal up anymore.
To like my curses.
So she can't cast Icy Prison. Nah, so we're in for a good time. I'm just gonna load. There's nothing we can do here. That was crazy that we weren't able to kill him in that time where we literally had him surrounded. He's by himself, and no one hit him once, and then he managed to get off another mass disintegrate and kill all of us. That was annoying. Really not a fan of how this fight's playing out.
The time has come! The time of fate and curses!
The first thing I'm gonna do is try to get... I was really hoping to get Ice Prison Mass on him before that happened.
Can someone help me?
Oh, we're just losing levels left and right. What? How? What? Kill him, please. There's no reason why he should still be alive. Thank you.
You don't seem to like my curses. Maybe I like my shows better.
I'm wounded.
Of course she's dead before she got off her spell. Did she? Wait, no, maybe she got her spell off. Yes, she did. Great, now everybody. Son of a gun, man. Karam's gonna kill my...
Repent. Your life ebbs low.
Could this happen?
Taste my flesh.
This doesn't bode well.
Could this happen? Could this happen?
I'm not immune to any sort of domination effects. There's nothing... Ugh. I'm just gonna reload this. This is so frustrating. So this is gonna require us to get lucky. There's no foolproof strategy here. It's just hope for the best, I guess. What else do we have? Oh, he needs to restore himself anyway. It's interesting. Why is that even like that? Okay. Let's get him this, and then we'll also get... Oh yeah, let's summon this as well. Forgot about this. There we go. Got an Elder Worm to help us out. Let's do it. Do I have any other summon scrolls? Because I'll just start summoning everything. I don't care. Let's see. Yeah, you can summon these. And you can summon these.
So, any brilliant ideas?
Ready and willing.
Alright, think we're ready to do it now? Gosh, I hope so.
Oh yes, the time has come! The time of fate and curses!
Consider me provoked.
It's so crazy that he's able to hit every single one of those creatures. Alright, Ice of Prison Mass. Hopefully she gets it off before she dies.
Strike my masterpiece!
Replace our cloud spells down.
The time for laughter is past. It's the hour of hunting and chaos.
Come on now, really? What killed him? We're in such good shape there for the final fight, and then of course the main character dies and it's over. Which I'm not a big fan of, because if I can resurrect everybody else, why can't I resurrect the main character, you know? It just makes sense to be able to resurrect the main character.
Time has come! The time of fate and curses!
Again, every other creature, anything you can imagine, can be resurrected. Of course, she's already down. Cool. Please come back here. Start healing. Oh no, we need to use mass heal. To the level drain and stuff.
You don't seem to like my curses. Maybe I like my jokes better?
Probably not. Probably not. Where's it at? Come here. That's fine. We'll just resurrect her real quick. Oh, because my main character is dominated. Cool, man. No, that's fine.
Glad you dead.
That makes sense that he was dominated, honestly. It wasn't like Holy Aura or anything was active. Yeah, my main character's gonna kill everybody now. He can't kill all the enemies, but he can kill all my allies. All of his own companions. Oh, that first time went really well, then my main character just got one-shotted, so... Unless I missed something, I'm pretty sure he was at full health.
The time of
Or close to it. No one's at full health. It's that stupid disintegrate spell.
I grant you death.
Oh, we don't have to take out the ads, do we?
You don't seem to like my curses. Maybe you like my jokes better?
I think it's this one.
Consider me provoked.
Well, that changes everything.
Repent. So fragile.
The time for laughter has passed. It's the hour of hunting and chaos.
Come on. God, the game is getting so slow.
Definitely will be.
Let's see, what does he need? He needs regular heal. Regular heal. Is Lantern King gone? Oh, no. Okay, there we go.
Enough.
As soon as the Horn Hunter's body disappears in the fire, the destroyed throne room is flooded with light. The Lantern King, in his true blazing form, appears in the middle of the room. His furious mask is ringed by fire. The games have ended. Time freezes like resin, trapping you and the Eldest in amber light, and this light grows brighter. The rays pass through you, pierce you, ruthlessly barring your most intimate secrets, fears, and desires. Something inside of you resonates with the light of the Eldest, your curse. It is like this splinter of an arrow that remains in the wound, a slow weapon crawling toward your heart. As soon as the rays touch it, it begins to heat up, and then burns with intolerable pain.
Time for masks is over. You risk challenging an Eldest, and I accept the challenge. You will fight not a mere embodiment, but my true essence. This is my essence. I don't need magic or servile monsters to destroy you. Words are enough. Yes, words. I once told you, words spoken in the right time and place possess the power of the storm. You lightheartedly answer that you know what your power and essence are.
The Lantern King starts talking. You hear his voice now with your ears. It comes to you through the rays of light, burning and compelling.
In the dedication to bring order to chaos. I remember your answer. The world remembers it too. Your answer, your heart, your essence. Now, cursed King, I'm taking this part of your soul, as I took away Nerissa's ability to love. What you called your essence is yours no more.
The words of the Eldest fly towards you like an arrow, ready to give new force to the curse that already torments you. You have but an instant to reply. It'd be awesome if this worked. Why do you imagine I told you the truth back then, Eldest of mischief and lies? Perhaps you're the one who was fooled. One who can be fooled so easily has no power over words. The Lantern King laughs. This laughter, soft, insinuating, almost amiable, is scarier than any nightmare. It resonates with the hot metal splinter, the curse within your soul, making it stronger, slashing at your essence, and taking away something essential that nourishes your power.
Let us continue. We both wear a crown. But what do you want? A meager patch of land, a few thousand souls? My dominion is chaos and magic, madness and deceit. Your power is nothing compared to mine, and that is why you are helpless before me. You will take my every blow as a divine punishment, as something imminent.
Oh man, there's a lot of stuff, okay. I know enough about magic and sorcery, so don't try to threaten me. All you are is the most treacherous monster I've ever had the chance to defeat. There's great power in knowledge. It wraps you in an invisible veil and protects from the eldest blow. You feel his fury, but you know that it is not divine wrath, but the emotion of an ancient being. Mighty, but not almighty.
I'm curious what you think of me, cursed king. Do you see me as a villain or a simple joker? In truth, well, I'll never be able to conceive of the truth. Being an eldest means being one of the many strings that hold the world in place. Being an eldest means being such a vast and self-sufficient value that one's equals become strangers and one's inferiors are entirely insignificant. I am an eldest. Laughter, guile, transformation, that's what I am. Being what I am, I will let you feel a modicum of my loneliness. I will take away your pillar of strength.
Kill all my companions. I'm not neutral anymore. Having lost all support, you face the deity alone. Silence hangs heavy over the ruined throne room. You don't have the right to take anything from me, eldest, but I have the right to retrieve what's been taken unfairly. The blinding light flashes away, frightened like a living creature. The blistering metal of the curse cools. It still hurts, but the pain is no longer unbearable. You stand before the eldest, as before a blazing living star. He looks at you as if he's seeing you for the first time. For a while, the Lantern King remains silent.
You can play with words. Let us see if you can withstand the heat of my fire.
For a while, the Lantern King remains silent. You feel in this silence not angry bewilderment, but endless, boundless astonishment.
This will hurt! You should have run!
This is for you.
A clever ploy.
My ebbs low.
This doesn't bode well. I don't have any way to resist the fire right now. I don't remember if that stops doing that. If you've had the chance to see a star die, spots of cold, lifeless darkness cover the fiery form of the Lantern King, growing, devouring, and with a dull moan, settling onto the ground in a cloud of coal black dust. But a moment later, right where the eldest crown lay burning, another shining image is born. It grows, glowing, turning into a familiar silhouette wearing a crown.
Defeat. What a refreshing feeling. I don't remember sensing it for a dozen millennia.
The Lantern King freezes. His light flickers strangely, His mask begins to change with incredible speed. One breath, and you're looking upon a horrible grimace of wrath. Another breath, and it's replaced with a playful astonishment. Another, and it's a mask of fatherly care.
But what's next? How will you end this story? Listen, I know. Elegant and refined. The hero defeats a deity in battle. Impressive, it grants the victor power and immortality. The hero enters the chambers of the deity to become his champion and herald. Eternal, powerful, equally glorified both in the first world and in Galarian. His kingdom healed from its wounds and flourished under the rule of the immortal champion. A beautiful ending, isn't it? And this legend is yours for the asking.
I'll not bow to you, eldest. Don't get your hopes up. Here's my offer. Lift the curse, return my kingdom to Galarian, and forget we exist. And I'll forget that you exist. After you speak, silence falls deep as a chasm. Light pours from the eyes of the Lantern King's mask. Still the mask of paternal care, though you do not mistake this for what lies hidden behind it.
So be it. This performance has run its course. It would be unwise to continue. Besides, I have no love of dying, returning to life. My fellow eldest are very good at playing especially intricate pranks at that exact moment.
In a measured, ponderous manner, the Lantern King pronounces his words as if reading them.
You were cursed by my will. By my will, you are now freed from the curse. May the shackles be broken, the fetters be loosened. What's been stolen will be returned. What's been divided will be made whole again. I say farewell, and release your kingdom to the material plane. Oh, be glad of your ordinary mortal life. Forget the gods of the first world. Now they no longer concern you.
Now that the eldest and other spiteful beings wouldn't be bothering us, the king returned to his subjects and celebrated the victory and the end of the kingdom's miseries with great fanfare. Everything gradually returned to normal, including our exciting lives. Not always peaceful, but also not troubled by invasions from another world. And little by little, our heroes and the common folk began to forget the sorrows of the past. The kingdom built by our hero became an example for all its neighbors. What else would you expect? The stolen lands became the only place where the citizens sincerely toast the health of their ruler. The citizens lived trouble-free, and taxes made it to the treasury without losses. A powerful army guards the peace. Exploration of magic is on par. The temples are flooded with their congregations. And, most importantly, our cultural contributions are at least the equal of Absalom. The stolen lands are called the Land of Popular Rule, for in these lands, common people feel fully in control of their fates. Unfortunately, the total absence of authority allowed one of the richest regions in the kingdom to proclaim itself an independent republic, and retrieving those territories came at a rather high price for the king. Just half a year after the war with the First World, Gault moved its troops to the southern border of the kingdom. Their attack was rebuffed. The enemy state's infantry could do little against soldiers who were skilled with their swords and knew the military arts better than the alphabet. Since then, Gault hasn't risked crossing any borders again, fearing cruel retaliation for further insolence. The king's subjects praise his generosity, while citizens of neighboring lands groan from crippling taxes. Citizens of the stolen lands have it pretty good. Truth be told, the treasury isn't always capable of paying the royal bills. And the throne room's adornments are clearly decaying. But sometimes you have to buy the people's love. Literally. No kingdom can function without its nobility, and the kingdom in the stolen lands is no exception. Landowners, ready to share the burden of ruling alongside the king, grew to be more and more influential over time. And the more pompous the court balls and receptions held by dukes and baronets became, the more eventful were the lives of the schemers and freeloaders who always live within the shadows of the powerful. The feud between Brevois North and South, which had been smoldering for ages, never sparked the fires of civil war. Through great effort, our king managed to bring both parties to the negotiating table. While Rostland didn't gain its independence, it did receive wide autonomy rights. Our relationships with both House Sertova and the Sword Lords are respectful, but they've become lukewarm. Because of us, neither side got everything they wanted. Casil Aldori settled in our capital, though he left politics to teach dueling. The Tiger Lords found it difficult to recuperate after what Armagh did to them. The barbarians remaining in Numeria weren't very happy that we sheltered the deposed chief and his supporters, but they were too afraid of him to attack us over it. That bomb has a long fuse, but it's definitely burning. I'm afraid that a few generations down the road, the grandchildren of the current Tiger Lords may want to retaliate against us for their grandfathers. Pitax almost returned to its former state, a joyful city filled with beers of dubious quality and deals of questionable legality. The old trade houses lost the crown, but they retrieved the property Iravetti had taken from them. Soon, Pitax became almost like a second capital in the kingdom, a thriving city through which rivers of money from across the region ran. Unfortunately, we get much less of this money than we would like. Governor Liacenza turned out to be helpless against widespread embezzlement. Maestro Bellavara gave the Academy of the Arts a second wind. Throwing out mediocre students and sycophants, she gathered within its walls talented visionaries, rebels, and freethinkers. Those whose gifts felt cramped within the walls of more respectable institutions. She managed to do what Iravetti never could, namely, make the Academy truly famous, albeit scandalously so. And so what if, instead of odes to the king, the Academy releases sneering pamphlets and revolutionary leaflets? It only helps his reputation as a true patron of the arts. The dangerous man-eating trolls disappeared entirely from the forests and swamps of the Stolen Lands. Kobolds, though, being sneaky and clever, are still sometimes met by travelers and hunters who wander off the beaten track. Some even say the short reptiles still praise the great King Tartuk, but no one knows for certain. As soon as anyone approaches the kobolds, they forget their military honor and turn tail. Bartholomew Delgado still serves the king loyally. From time to time, he orders peculiar mechanisms and substances from all corners of the world. After receiving them, he spends a few days bragging about some great discovery he's about to make, then ends up gloomy for a few months. Then he receives another package, and the process repeats itself. At night, chilling screams are often heard from his laboratory. After enduring so many storms and troubles, Varnhold eventually turned into a real city. Daring settlers decided to conquer the vast, wild expanses of Dunsword, and despite all odds, they succeeded. The modest colony that almost vanished at the hands of an ancient lich turned everything around to become a thriving city with lively river trading. Magar Varn didn't stay at the court for long. Having saved some seed money, he left service and organized a new Varnling host together with his general. And this new party of mercenaries has already helped our kingdom more than a few times.
See, this wasn't in the other ending, but this shouldn't have been affected by the Lantern King fight. Right, this wasn't in the other ending, right? I don't remember it being there.
Peace reigns in the caves beneath the old sycamore. The kobolds and mites continue to explore the depths and learn simple crafts from each other. Rumor has it, the first mite kobold wedding even happened not long ago. That said, settlers still aren't rushing to build new homes in the area. Some kind souls even put up warning signs along the roads. "Beware, traveler. Steer clear of the old sycamore." Another inscription soon appeared over the sign, though. "No keep going treasure ahead honest." Oleg's trading post continues to thrive, attracting even more travelers. Much to its owner's displeasure, a small town is springing up around it. Despite Oleg's grumbling, he and his wife are well regarded by everyone, and Svetlana was even elected town chief. Jod and Keston, after surviving the bloom, remained loyal to the king they followed through thick and thin, and they continue to serve as court advisors to this day. The austere priest and the gloomy warrior regularly argue over the proper way to govern the state, as well as which of the two rulers should hear out first. Some things never change. Keston Gares took a post as chief of the kingdom's guard. The former heir to a noble family never returned to Brevoy, severing all ties to his kin. However, a few years after the victory over the First World, a girl arrived from Brevoy and soon married Keston. They say Keston started smiling a lot more after that. Jod remained loyal to the king to the end of his days, healing the sick and generously sharing his austere wisdom with anyone who wished to hear it, and some who didn't. Having fulfilled his duty to the ruler, Erastil's priest peacefully departed this world, surrounded by friends and disciples. Tisana, Lamashtu's priestess, didn't remain in the king's service for long. One night, she just disappeared from the castle and set off for the kingdom's borders, preaching to anyone who would listen and granting the needy the blessing of the Mother of Monsters. Having participated in Lamashtu's ritual, Olika gave birth to a strong and healthy baby. Sadly, the child grew into an unruly and violent adolescent. Having named Apir at just 10 years of age, the boy escaped to the Gnarl Marches, fleeing the rage of a mob that tore his mother to pieces instead. No one knows what happened to the lad, but legends of Lamashtu's child, who sometimes kills lost travelers and sometimes leads them to safety, are passed on by word of mouth throughout the area. Breinhart became a loyal ally and trade partner of the kingdom, and Darvin himself had been seen as a frequent guest in the capital. The elegant monarch of the neighboring kingdom has broken many hearts at court. After his visits, many young guards and servants have been seen staring through windows, sighing wistfully about something. The lizard folk of the Longtail tribe returned to live on the shores of Candlemere, but they couldn't return to their ancient way of life. Living alongside people, the lizard folk adopted their behaviors, habits, and even religion. More and more of the Longtail tribe pray not to the spirits of their ancestors, but to Erastil or Gorum. They even began to forget their original language. I hope someone writes down their songs and legends before they all sink into oblivion. A delegation of wizards from Absalom and other areas appeared in the kingdom one day, asking for permission to examine the lair of the Lich Farneris the Thoughtful. After completing their research, the wizards spent a long time thanking the king for freeing the world of that monster. In their opinion, he'd been capable of causing the end of the world, maybe even 2 worlds. Evindra was glad to see the Lantern King's plans turn to dust. She spent some time helping restore the kingdom after the calamity, then returned home to the First World. They say the rebellious spirit of her cousin Nerissa awoke within her as well. Evindra is said to recount our story to the Fae, encouraging them to question the power and might of the eldest. After the victory, the storyteller abandoned his affairs and began spending a lot of time alone in contemplation. He eventually bid farewell to the king and left his lands, but I suspect the inhabitants of Golarion haven't heard the last of this mysterious traveler, for his own story is hardly finished. Valerie stayed to serve the king. And to this day, she continues to be a muse to many people. Not just bards and admirers, but to warriors as well. Honest and resilient, Valerie is not just famous for her feats in battle, but also for her patience and kindness, which she says the king helped her discover within herself. Harrim became famous, respected by dwarves throughout our kingdom as well as our neighbors, even as far as the Five Kings Mountains. He's often been asked to help out or teach others, and he's never denied anyone, despite his grumbling. Some people even listen to his preaching. Lucky for us, there's a lot less howling about the end of the world now, and more wise words of moderation and humility. Not all of his disciples turned to Grotus, but everyone took away something useful from his teachings. Jaethal spent some time at the king's court, but she then left to do whatever it was her new goddess required. She must have become a great inquisitor for Pharasma, as no one would know the ways of the undead and Urgathoa's cultists as well as a former undead cultist would. She was also seen in the company of Salim Godafar. It's unlikely the two became friends, being so different from one another, but it's a known fact that they worked together. Octavia didn't stay still for very long. Soon, she and Reg went to Numeria and started a huge slave rebellion there. They didn't manage to destroy the Technic League, but to this day, slaves speak their names with admiration, and slavers with terror. Over the course of their journey, the two grew as close as ever, leaving their quarrels and resentments behind. After returning from Numeria, Octavia settled in her mother's house and became the king's advisor and loyal companion. Rigangar left for Numeria with Octavia to start a slave rebellion. Over the journey, he really matured and learned to understand others, as well as how to control his anger. After he returned, he took a position in the king's court. Being both formidable and charming, he inspired fear in the hearts of some and lust in others. There are even some rumors that he almost talked Octavia into marrying him, and possibly even continuing the Della Fiorni line. After the war ended, Ekin hung up his bow on the wall and traded the path of the ranger in for the craft of the carpenter. It may not be the most heroic ending to a tragic story like his, but as Torag is my witness, Ekin's happy with it, as is Alina, who became his wife and is bearing his child. Any baby born into this family will be pretty lucky, since the king himself still visits his old friend and will likely become the child's patron. Jubilost returned to the life of a traveling explorer, frequently visiting his favorite kingdom. He said so himself. His famous work studying the First World all opened with a dedication to his longtime companion, the king. Another name was also mentioned, 2Z, my guide and inspiration. Admirers would ask Jubilost many times about this mystery lady, but he would only chuckle, pitch his knapsack on his shoulder, and return to storm the vast expanses of the First World once again. As for Knock Knock, apologies, I mean Hero Knock Knock, he continued his questionably heroic efforts in the Stolen Lands. Despite whatever mess he fell into, no matter the danger he leapt into, he always seemed to scrape through just a little better off than before. Like true heroes, he simply never gave up, struggling on and meeting the challenge of each new day with a spirit that no mishap or misfortune could ever quell. The slightly inaccurate statue of him and the king still stands in the square to this day. The two figures side by side. I've always felt that, while the heights may be a bit off, let's say, it accurately reflects the size and spirit of the goblin hero who'd been nurtured by the teachings of his king. Kalika remained in the kingdom, though her desire to witness the world's wonders keeps driving her to take long journeys. But when she is home, she spends much of her spare time with her sister. They don't quarrel anymore, and have stopped dragging each other into trouble. Between Canara's business sense and Kalika's charm, they founded and successfully run not one, but 3 organizations. A trading house, a shelter for tiefling children, and a school of magic devoted to Nethys.
Look at that. That's a much better ending than the previous one.
It seems there is no happier couple in the world than the king and Canara. The ardent tiefling girl now manages a vast number of trade deals, even as she dotes upon her beloved. Those who knew her before are surprised, for few expected ever to see so much sincere love in the eyes of the calculating, shrewd Canara.
Again, much better. Though I'm wondering how it would be described if I didn't romance her.
Despite all the woes that befell the country, our king remains a strong leader. Many noble houses from neighboring lands wouldn't hesitate to be related to him, and they regularly send a variety of marriage proposals.
Is polygamy a common practice in Pathfinder? I feel like this would have maybe been changed since I was with Canara.
As for myself, the author of this book, Lindsay, who never chose a pretty nickname, I'm still here. Inside my creation within the Capitol Library. I live just like I always dreamed, surrounded by people and books, and not a day goes by without someone turning my pages. My story inspired many others to take up the quill. My readers have written many fierce books, articles, and pamphlets, flinging truth in the faces of tyrants. What more could I dream of? I hope, oh honored reader, that this story offered you some daring ideas. Or at least some entertainment. In any case, it's time to set the final period.
Alright, well, this is a very long episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. This is a much more satisfying ending, but again, it's a little unorthodox since I've already completed the Let's Play. I'm just throwing this on at the end so you guys can see the other, more satisfying conclusion. I may have missed some stuff in that final stretch. I tried not to skip over anything, but it's possible that I did. But if you want to see more, I did a similar ending with my Paladin Let's Play as well, so you can go back and watch that ending as well. But yeah, there you go. The other, more satisfying, much better ending. Don't ever pick that second option when you're confronting Nerissa after you defeat her. Never let her go. That was dumb. This is dumb. Either kill her or ally with her. Everything else is garbage. Or romance her if you have that option, I guess. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode.